3 years ago, I became friends with a crow. Here's our story. In August 2017, the week we were packing to move, our beloved dog of 9 years unexpectedly passed away. It was heartbreaking. We moved to our new town, settled into our home. I even found a job I enjoyed. That November, I suffered an injury that caused damage to the nerves in my face, causing trigeminal neuralgia. I had to quit my job not long after and found myself at home, struggling with loneliness. Since our house inside felt settled, that following spring I started to throw myself into making my yard feel more like home. Our last house, I had garden beds full of my favorite flowers, and I grew veggies too. As I worked in the yard, I noticed that I was often being watched. I would say hello to the crow friend, keeping an eye on me from the tree. As time passed, he moved to the fence to say hello. I tossed him some sunflower seeds and peanuts and told him he was welcome. He stayed distant at first, but always watched. As I worked in my garden, I would toss grub worms to him and he would snatch them, then flee to a safer distance. But after a while, he would just stay where the food had landed and snack. As I worked to lay the flagstone, he decided he needed a closer look. He started following about 10 feet behind me, inspecting every single stone, pausing to assess the new addition to the garden. I would talk to him, and he always seemed at ease. His presence was a source of joy to my weary soul. As he would wander in the garden around me, though no one else was around, I never felt alone. Over the past 3 years, he has always seemed to arrive when I'm at my lowest, days when I hurt, when I'm lonely. Some days he is obnoxious and needs attention, yes. But some days, it's as though he knows I just need a friend. He will sit with me in silence, wander my garden with me. On my darkest days, when my grief from my many losses in life overwhelm, when the absence of friends causes a heartache, or days when the frustration of living with an incurable condition weighs heavy on me, he is near. I feel like he was sent to give me hope, to remind me even on my worst days there is still beauty to be found around me. Did I choose him? He chose me, and I am forever grateful.